Hey everybody, Dr. Samir Joshi here, of course. And in this session, I have yet another awesome guest. And joining us today is Stefan Ciancio. Stefan, how's it going?
Great. Thanks for having me on. I'm excited to be here.
Awesome, awesome. By the way, I love that amazing dark blue background that you have behind
Oh,
you.
yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Just a wall, but it works out pretty well.
Nice stuff. So where are you joining us from today? How's the weather like? Talk to us about your surroundings just a little bit if you look out of the window.
I live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and it's sunny out today. It was a little rainy this week, but today's actually pretty nice, so things are going pretty good.
Great, great, great stuff. Wonderful. With all that sun and all that, you didn't choose to sport a hairdo like mine, so I hope this is not a big problem. Great stuff. Stefan, I obviously know your story, and there's a lot to talk about it as well. But my audience, our audience today would want to know the story, your story from you, starting off from when you started off in IM all the way to the amazing levels of success that you generate today. So talk to us about your story, if you would, please.
Sure. I got started in 2013 to 2014. I was selling stuff on like eBay. I would literally go to like thrift shops, garage sales, and I would find stuff and I would sell them. And I was bored at my day job. I was an engineer, and I felt like my life was just boring, and I wanted to make a change. So I started doing that. I was on YouTube one day, and I was watching other videos of people doing garage sailing, as they call it, and I came across a product that was about Kindle publishing. So I went into that product. It was the first digital product I ever bought, and I went through it, and I started making like $600 to $1,000 a month selling books on Kindle, publishing books on Kindle. And I was like, wow, there's something here. Maybe I can quit my job. I really wanted to just kind of get out of what I was doing. I was living in a boring town in Connecticut, and I wanted to move to the city. And, I wasn't going to be able to do it with engineering because there's really no engineering in New York. So basically, I had to figure out another way to get out of where I was living. So I started doing stuff online, and what I saw was that the person who was selling this course was making more money selling his course than he was actually doing the method he taught. So, maybe some people would look at that and look at it with a negative spin. But with me, it was like, well, this seems pretty genius, right? If you get good at something, teach it to people. So I started doing a lot of affiliate marketing. I learned about building blogs, building email lists. Eventually I started launching my own products. I learned about driving affiliate traffic. And as of late, I've been really big into blogging. I have a couple of blogs. I'm very big into now, I guess you could say, influencer marketing, which is really to stand out and sell online. You need to be positioned as some sort of influencer. You need to have people trust you. You need to have people like you. So I started getting into that realm of things. And more or less, that's kind of how I progressed. In late 2015, I quit my job permanently, and I have not looked back since. I've been full-time, and I've been scaling things up and building things out, and it's been great.
Wow, what an amazing, amazing story. Now, obviously, you were in a day job as an engineer. I know that. I used to be in the corporate world as well. Myself, and we oftentimes don't know that we have an entrepreneurial mindset. I don't know if you already knew that you had one, or did you discover it at some point of time. Talk to us about also the setbacks that you faced, because I'm sure you did face setbacks, and how your entrepreneurial mindset helped you cope with that and not just survive, but also succeed and thrive now.
Sure. It's actually funny. When I was 14, I built a website. I was a big baseball fan. I used to collect autographs. I'd send players letters through the mail and get their autograph. And I built a website at age 14 showing off my autographs. And I actually sold an ebook, which was all of the people who actually signed my cards. And I sold it on forums. And I actually was doing digital marketing at age 14, or internet marketing. I didn't even realize it. So, I kind of stopped doing that for a little while. And I kind of reaffirmed my love for it when I started doing more stuff when I was about 23. So that was about 4.5, 5 years ago. So, basically, I kind of guess I always had it, and it just laid dormant in me. I went to school for engineering, so I just kind of put that side of me away. As far as setbacks, when I got started again, no one understands when you try to, especially when you tell people I'm trying to make money on the internet. They think you're running some sort of scheme, or So I had family, friends, coworkers all like making fun of me in the beginning, and now I have a few people coming to me asking for consulting. People that initially kind of made fun of me, so it's kind of nice to have your vision really play out. And, I have to say my parents, my family have always been supportive. They didn't necessarily see the vision, but they were ready to support me through whatever I was trying to do. So now that they, I think, see it, they're like, oh, that's my kid, or, now they're proud. But, on the journey, it's like, well, we'll support you. But they're, I think when people don't understand your vision, they're a little bit more hesitant. So, I did have support from my family. I think friends and coworkers were the ones that were kind of like, what the hell are you doing? What are you getting into? But now that things are where they are, it's just kind of been, I've been really happy that I've went through those struggles, and I've reaffirmed that I do love this and I do want to keep doing this. I think everyone's more or less on board now.
Amazing, amazing. So what about the setbacks? I mean, all this doubt surrounding you, and then you face struggles, setbacks, and how do you deal with that?
Well, I think being a stubborn person in entrepreneurship is a good thing. I'm a little bit of a stubborn person, I'll admit it. And I think when someone tells me I can't do something, it makes me want to do the opposite. It makes me want to show them that they're wrong. So I think that kind of helped me along the way. It kind of motivated me to say, well, no, this is my dream. I don't care what anyone else says. And, they'll see when I get there. So I think that was kind of more of a motivating factor rather than treating it as a setback. So it's really up to you to decide how you're going to perceive what's going on. So, I took those negative attitudes, and to me, I kind of turned them into, well, let's see if you're right. And I doubt you are. Let's see. So it just kind of fueled me to keep doing what I was trying to do. So I think if anything, in the beginning, it was a little bit discouraging, but over time, I think I just got so sick of hearing that narrative that I wanted to just prove it wrong. And, so it just kind of worked in my favor towards the end.
Wow. You just shut out the noise at some point of time, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
Great. Amazing stuff. By the way, you said you're a stubborn person. That's a quality that's great for, an engineering career as well, or, development career. I know that because I used to, be one as well. And especially if you're trying to solve technical problems, but obviously the same quality helps you immensely get through things, especially in the IM world, where one does face setbacks.
Sure.
The nature of things. Now, obviously, all of us started off at some point of time. You're a newbie as well, back in 2013. Now, if you just step into a time machine, go back to there, only with the knowledge that you have today. Yeah. Because many people watching this are either just getting started out, or have started out, haven't had much success at all, or maybe a bit, but don't know what to do. So especially for this group, if you had no money, no list, no website, and even no clue, what would you advise someone starting out today as to how you'd make money online?
That's a great question. And, there's something I discovered for myself along the way is that credibility can come in multiple forms. But I think one of the best ways to get credibility is to show people, I already did this before you go teaching it. Because I think a lot of, especially when you sell information products, especially in the internet marketing niche, I think a lot of people, when you sell, it's almost like putting a cart before the horse. A lot of people just try to make money quick. They sell products that they haven't actually tested themselves. And I think they lose a lot of credibility and they give the industry a bad name. So what I've kind of done in this industry, and I'm kind of proud of it, is I started creating products based around case studies. So I will either look for someone who has results, or I will create a result myself, and I'll base a course around that. So now it's like, all I'm showing people is, here's what I did. Here's what I did that worked. And, it's just like people naturally gravitate towards that because you come off authentic. You're not trying to just say, here's how to make $1 million in 10 minutes flat. You come off saying, here's how I built 5,000 leads in a month. And I'm going to show you exactly what traffic sources I used, how I did it, and exact setup. And then that's like, wow, I think the people who aren't interested in a push button scheme are really going to gravitate more towards that type of product than something else. So for me personally, what I would tell myself or anyone else would be, build a blog. A blog, I think, is essential to having some sort of identity or having some sort of authority. Build your blog and start blogging about stuff that you actually know about, or, you want to become an affiliate for 5 programs. Create content around that. I mean, a lot of these affiliate programs will give you content ideas. It's not that hard. So put out authentic content on your blog. Add an email opt-in, and then go out and get traffic. There's a bunch of traffic sources out there that work. Pinterest is a great traffic source. Facebook, SEO will take a little bit of time, but go out there and start getting some results. Even if your results are not stellar, maybe you spent $200 on ads and you only got 10 leads. I don't know, something like that. Start doing that and then documenting your journey. Everything that you do, document it. And then create products based around your documentation and then sell those products. And when you go to sell them, you have to make friends with affiliates. So that's the next thing I would do is I would build myself a little bit of credibility first, build a blog, start creating a little bit of results. Then I would go and create digital products around what I've been doing and just be authentic. You don't have to be the leading expert. People love seeing a journey. So create your journey, get people to follow you. They're going to say, wow, this is cool. And then they're going to want to buy your stuff. Then you get affiliates to promote it. And then you're going to build even more leads back to your main blog. So I think that's what I would recommend is just go out there, try to be credible, try to create some results for yourself, and then build a following around your results. That's what I would recommend.
Amazing. So document your journey on a blog, yeah, and then start building credibility around it. Amazing. Yes. Now, we're going to get into this a bit more deeper, and this is actually the key. If you were starting out today, and I want to build upon a bit more on what we just talked about, what would the steps be that you'd take to get from maybe nothing or just a little bit, from zero all the way to your first $10,000, first 10K online? What would the steps be?
Pretty similar to, I guess, what I just said. I mean, I would build a blog, something where I build my blog, I get content on there. So people, when they come to my blog, I look like someone who is established. And then I would go out there and I would create products and I would hustle for affiliates. And then once I built a buyer's list from those products, I would promote probably mid to higher ticket stuff via webinars. And, I would create like evergreen posts. Like, for example, I would create like, how I collect email leads that have email autoresponder, affiliate links. I use Tailwind for social media automation. I have an affiliate link for that. So I'd build out like evergreen stuff on my blog, send people to that to build trust and maybe make some affiliate commissions along the way. And then I'd send them to high ticket or mid ticket programs. And that'll get you there a lot faster than, trying to promote $7 courses all the time. I did that for a while. And when I started moving to higher price stuff, I just made way more money. So, it's just something that I think if you're not comfortable selling at a higher price, you just have to get over that and just do it. I think I had a mental block for a while where I was like, I can't sell anything over $15. And it's not, I can't do it. And now it's like, I'll sell stuff for $5,000. I don't care, because it's like, it's just only you getting in your own way from doing that. So I think that's what I would tell people is don't be afraid to sell something high ticket. If you believe in it and it will help people, just do it. So.
Fantastic. Wow. Great stuff. Now we're coming to a topic that I know is very close to your heart. And, you touched upon it a few times, and that's about the best ways on how one gets free traffic, boatloads of free traffic. How does one get that? So talk to us about it, because, traffic is a burning topic.
Sure. Yeah. I think it's not talked about enough, to be honest. I think everyone can set up a blog and everyone knows how to get set up that way. But I think traffic is the differentiating factor. I got started with a lot of, I did Kindle, like I said, so I had to kind of learn a little bit of Amazon SEO to rank my Kindle books. Then I moved to affiliate traffic. I did a lot of, learning how to make relationships and learning how to get affiliates to drive traffic to me. And that's a whole traffic source in itself, is affiliate traffic, but it's actually an expensive traffic source because you're giving away, in many cases, 50 or even 100% of your commissions. So I wanted to find a way to build even more traffic. So I actually have a reputation now as the Pinterest guy. So I know how to drive a lot of traffic from Pinterest. I have a blog in the dog niche, and I started driving traffic from Pinterest. And I have had many months where I was well over 100,000 visitors for free from Pinterest to that site. I'm literally starting to ramp it up again now because I've been so busy with so many projects, but I'm starting to ramp it up again now. And I've already seen an increase back towards those numbers. It still gets like, 40, 50,000 visitors a month without me doing anything because it's built up so much. Pinterest is a huge traffic source. I think especially if you're going the blogging route, it's something that I would highly recommend using for traffic. I think honestly, it's the easiest traffic source for someone to get started with. So that's my recommendation. And, I think if people want to start, affiliate traffic and Pinterest are two great ways to get started. That's what I would recommend people.
Fantastic. Great stuff. Now, we're obviously coming to the end of this. I'm really enjoying this conversation, but it needs to come to an end. I know you have limitations of time with everything that you have going on.
Right.
Any closing pieces of advice for our audience?
I think we live in a society where you're taught that, you should just get a job and you should go do things like that. And I think, going against the grain to set up your own online business, most people won't understand it, and that's okay. You don't have to have other people understand it. I think if it's something you want to do, you just have to do it for yourself, and other people will be endorsing you along the way when they see your results. I don't remember who had this quote, but I think it was, in the end, your success will speak for itself. So just go for it, do what you want to do, and, forget about what everyone else is saying. And then when you have results, trust me, their attitudes are going to change. So don't worry so much about others. Focus on yourself. Focus on building your dream. I mean, you get one lifetime. If you really want to go for it, just go for it. So that's probably my closing piece of advice.
Go for it. Amazing. So on that note, Stefan, thank you so much for joining us here today and sharing your really awesome insights. And anybody watching this is really going to benefit from that.
Thank you. I hope people get a lot of value. Yeah.
I am 100% sure about it. So together with Stefan Ciancio, this is Dr. Samir Joshi signing off. To your success. I'll see you soon.